have to be honest to my core and to myself, and I can't just be somebody who just did an interview and then be like, this movie's a 10 out of 10, or a 9 out of 10, or an 8 out of 10. I have to be honest with myself, and I don't think this movie is very good. That's all you need to know about my thoughts regarding 47 Days with Jesus. I just don't think it was a very well done film. I think there was a lot of heart behind it, but the execution of it was a bit flat for me. And I could go on, but this video isn't about a movie review. This is actually much bigger, a discussion that I've been very passionate about, and that is the current state of Christian entertainment. Filmmakers who happen to be Christian who want to make projects that are regarding their faith. I want to first start off with the good of the state of Christian content or stories dealing with those themes. You have movies like Woodlawn, a well-executed sports drama. Most recently, the movies Sound of Freedom and Cabrini, which are actually distributed by the same studio, Angel Studios, and they get a huge shout out for a company that is trying to make not just good Christian movies, but just good movies, good stories. And then you have studios like Pinnacle Peak. And I bet the people behind this studio have a great heart. They clearly do. They have a heart for God. What I think is missing, though, from this studio is a bit of quality. And I just actually recently sent a shout out for one film that I think is really, really well made, and that is Woodlawn. But what else has the studio provided for the masses, for people to go out and watch and seek some form of entertainment? Because at the end of the day, that is what a movie is. It's a piece of entertainment. And let me tell you, they made the God's Not Dead series. They also made the movie called Beckman. And there's plenty of other films that I could state that just aren't good quality. They're just not well-made films. Babe, can you close the door? Babe, can you close the door, please? I'm like trying to film. And now recently we have 47 Days with Jesus, a story about a family that's dealing with a lot. And while all this is happening, there is a cinematic retelling of the last 47 days with Jesus. I already said my thoughts about how I feel about the movie. I don't say this lightly. It is not easy to make a film. It's not like these people go out of their way and say, I'm going to make a bad film. I don't believe any creator says that. I do have to be honest when it comes to studios like Pinnacle Peak versus something like Angel Studios. The key difference that I see with these studios is that one studio is actually trying to make genuine good stories. And I believe that's Angel. You have projects like Sound of Freedom that talk about sex trafficking. You also have the newly released film that you should go watch because it's very well made, Cabrini, about sexism, racism, classism. It's a period piece drama. It's captivating. It is so captivating. And then you have Pinnacle Peak. And if you look at their track record, they pretty much make the same film. It's a Sermon on the Mount story. It's not necessarily a story that is about engaging the audience with something that is genuine or something that is really real. It's really about how can we put this verse, this sermon shoved in this story? How can we convey that? And I think that has been the hugest issue with Christian content, is that they forget about making a good story with good writing, good acting, good direction, good music. Music's very important, guys, not just using Third Day. And they lose all those details because they think the message is more important than all of these things that propel the message. The message isn't important. I'm not saying that, but it's how you execute it. This is the biggest thing with movies like this. You are only going to grow your audience so much, as in, not really. You're just going to have the same person show up for these films. And here's what I would say to the studio. If that is enough for you, okay, fair enough. But I really think that you guys want to grow your audience. You want to have more than just the same Sermon on the Mount story to tell people. You want to bring creative, genuine, heartbreaking, heartwarming movies to life that not only have a great message, but have compelling characters that feel real and tangible with immaculate acting performances and a stellar script that fully feels like you are there and you're dealing with what the characters are dealing with. I believe the studio really wants to achieve that. And if not, and they want to still be in this box that they have created that have the same generic posters that look the same as if they're part of some Christian cinematic universe, then that's on them. So what am I trying to say? At the end of the day, when it comes to being a good Christian film or a bad Christian film, or just really a good movie and a bad movie. It's about making something that feels grounded in reality and not just focusing on the Sermon on the Mount portion. Pinnacle Peak, I'm sorry if you're mad at me, but I really hope you take this criticism as, hey, we actually did make a great movie called Woodlawn. Why was it great? Because it was grounded in reality and it was compelling and it didn't feel like a sermon being shoved down your throat. Make more stories like that. Make more stories like that, please. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am, at the end of the day, a nobody. I'm a nobody, so I'm grateful for you guys taking the time to watch this. So please let me know your thoughts. If you agree with me or if you do not agree with me, please. I love to have conversations. It really, really means a lot when we can communicate with each other in a well-respected manner. With that said, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to be blessed.